This is our updated Facebook live streaming tutorial for beginners. We're going to take you through step by step how to go live on Facebook on iPhone, on Android, on Mac and PC, as well as some simple tools and tips to help you take your Facebook live streams to the next level. Now we're going to start off with what we'll call entry-level live streams. So this is just using the tools and things that Facebook themselves give us on mobile and on desktop. And then we'll kick it up a notch and look at some more pro Facebook live streaming tools to help you do things like bring in multiple guests, play back video files, add slides, add graphics and sound effects and music so that you can create a more pro level live stream. All right, so I'm over on the Facebook mobile app now, and I'm just showing you this on an iPhone, but the process is exactly the same on Android. If you want to go live to a profile, which is what you're seeing here, then you have a little plus button up the top. We can tap on that and we can come down and choose live. Now, if we switch over to a page, the location of this is a little bit different. Instead, you want to come down to this menu bar at the bottom here and hit the plus down the bottom middle. And then from here, we can choose live. And then we can choose video here, start a live video broadcast. Now, because I'm going to create a test live stream here, I'm going to go back and switch it to the profile. Let's go back, create a live stream, and this is the live interface here on Facebook. So if we want to back out of this and cancel out of our live stream at any time, we do have a back arrow here that will cancel out. We can also see straight away that we are going to my personal profile. The post or the live stream is going to be public, and it's also going to share out to the stories here as well. Now we can customize any of this just by tapping on this area here, and we can choose if we want to share the story out. For the purposes of this one, I'm going to turn it off. We can also choose here who is going to see this post, this live stream. Is it public, so anyone on or off Facebook can see it? Is it going out to just your friends except certain people, or specific friends, or just you? And I think if you are learning how to go live on Facebook or any other platform, it's a good idea to go through and get some practice under your belt. And broadcasting live to just yourself is a really good way to do that. So I'm going to choose here only me. And if we scroll down here further, you can also go live into a group. So I'm going to leave this here as only me. We're going to go back, and we've got a few other options and settings and things in here as well. So up on this little button here, this is effects. So in here, we can add in some filters and effects and things. If you're into this kind of stuff while you're live, it's not really something that I would use, but if you do want to add graphics and those sorts of things and make your live streams more professional, then definitely stick around for the options that we got coming up soon. I'm going to switch those off and hit the little down arrow here to go back. We can also enable the flash on or off if we're going to be using the back camera and it's dark. We can switch the camera around here. So you're currently on the front camera on my phone here, but we can switch this around so that you can see the background. You can do this while you're live as well if you need to show something off. And we can also mute our audio up here too if we need to. Before you go live, it's a good idea to add in a description. So we can add that in here. So we tap to add a description. We'll go test live stream. If you'd like to, you can add a feeling or an activity, and you can also tag people in this as well, because essentially it's getting posted out as a post to let your audience know that you are live. So we can choose done here. Now our options are that we can hit go live now to immediately go live, or we can hit the little calendar button down here to schedule this for a later date and time. So if we press the calendar, we can then give our event a name. We can select the date and time. Again, we can choose the privacy or who this live stream is for, and we can add a description for this post or this event as well. Click cancel out of this, and then we're back here on this main interface. Now, just before we hit the go live button, there's 4 other buttons down the bottom here that I want to call out just so you're aware of all the functionality in here. So the bottom right, this little settings button here will give you some extra settings and things that you can customize up. So we can add a location to our post with the check-in feature here. Now you do have the ability to bring in a friend or a guest while you're live as well, but it's cool that you can do that here ahead of time. We can also create here ahead of time polls as well. So if we want to add extra engagement to our live streams, we could ask a question, we could set the options here. We can also set the voting time to really help have this automated for when we go live. We can just tap on this post to post it instead of trying to create it on the fly. There's also voice enhancements. This is a relatively new feature here to help you remove background noise, but also enhance your voice as well. You also have the ability in here to accept donations to raise money. So we can enable and configure all of that stuff in here as well. And then if we go down the bottom here to advanced settings, we can enable here whether we're going to allow our viewers of our live stream to rewind and to watch the live stream while we're actually live. So the default setting here is to have this off, and that people will see you live. They can't go back and watch earlier on the live stream until the live stream has finished and the replay is posted. So you can enable that on or off. So let's tap on the screen to go back. And then these other three down the bottom here are really shortcuts or fast access to some of the settings that were in that more advanced area. So we've got the ability here to create our polls. We can also set up and configure the donations or the ability to raise money from our live stream. And the last one here is where we can invite our friends onto our stream as well. Now, before you go live, just do a quick sanity check up here that all the settings are the way that you want them. Then you can press the go live button down the bottom here. You'll get a countdown timer. And then, hey, you're live. Now you can tell that you're live at any time with the little live indicator up the top here. All the comments will be shown down the bottom here, and you can actually swipe across on your screen to switch between comments and reactions. Now, while you're live, you'll get a lot of that same functionality down the bottom here with the effects button, so we can add those filters and things back on. We can mute our microphone. We can adjust the voice enhancement features, the background noise removal. We can switch our camera. We can invite guests, and we can type or leave a comment using this button here. When we're all done and we want to wrap up and finish our stream, you just need to hit the finish button here and our broadcast will finish. Now from here, we have the option to post and share our live stream if we'd like to, or we can delete it. There's a trash can down the bottom corner, and we can also adjust the privacy settings of this as well. So you might find you want to keep it, but you don't want to have it public on your page or profile. You can actually hide that from here as well, or schedule it to be posted out. Now the process on desktop is very similar. You just want to head to facebook.com. You want to sign into either your page or your profile, and then you want to come up here to where you're about to make a post, and you have an option here for live video. This will take you to the Facebook Live Producer page. Now you could also access this directly by going to facebook.com/live/producer. That's going to take you here. Now you can confirm that you are on the right profile or page by seeing who the host is here. So I'm just on my personal profile here. And again, we can choose where we want to post. Do we want to post in a timeline? Do we want to post to a page or post into a group? We can select that here. I'm just going to choose timeline, so just to the profile. And then we can choose here whether, again, we want to go live straight away, like right now, or we want to schedule for a time in the future. So create it as an event. We can then view all of our scheduled broadcasts down the bottom here. So if you've got a few different live streams you're going to be running, they'll all show up down here. So I'm going to go ahead and choose go live now. So I'm going to pick this option here. And we're then taken to this page here, which is where we can get everything set up. And it's broken down here into 3 steps before we can go live. So connect a video source, complete post details, and then we have the option to go live. So we're going to go ahead and connect our video source. We want to come over here. We have the option to choose our webcam or a camera that is connected to our computer, or we can set this to use streaming software. Now, most streaming software, you actually don't need to complete this step here. All of it is actually managed by a lot of the top options out there, which you'll see when I get to my top all-rounder pick for live stream software very, very soon. So for us to go live right here on the desktop on the Facebook page, I'm going to choose webcam. You do want to make sure that you are giving access to the web page to be able to access your camera and your microphone. And we can see that my webcam here is selected. Now, if we've got multiple cameras, we can choose here from the drop-down box. We can also select our microphone here too. And you also have the ability to share your computer screen here too. We're just going to leave this on webcam here, and we can see a preview of our webcam down the bottom here. We can expand this video if we'd like to make that bigger. If we want to make sure that everything is all good before we go live, and we can minimize that back down by hitting these 2 arrows here. From here, we can add some details about our post. So we can again share this to our story. If we'd like to help promote it while we're live, we can check this box here. We can give this a title, so test stream in this case. We can add a description with a location, with a feeling or activity. And also we can set up the charity and fundraising features here too. Once you've got that done, you want to come back over to the left here and just make sure that all of these settings are correct. So we've got, again, a host, it's going to my timeline. We're going to go live now. We've also got the audience here. So right now this is currently set to public. I am going to switch this by clicking on it. And we've got the same options that we had on our phone as well. I'm going to pick only me for this video here, but normally I would just leave it on public. I'm going to hit save. So at this point, we're actually all set up to go live, but there are a few extra settings and things that we can configure up that I'll quickly run through. So if we come over here to settings, then we can choose our stream settings here, some more advanced things that we can customize up. Like if you're going to be using a stream stream encoder. We can adjust the stream latency. Again, for most people, you're probably not going to bother with this. We can choose whether our live stream can be embedded outside of Facebook. So if you're going to embed it on a web page, you or someone else, and we can enable or disable this. But we can also grab the embed code here as well. So we could actually have this set up on a web page ready to go for when we go live. And we can also set here whether we want to unpublish our live stream automatically once our live stream ends. So that's stream. If we come down here to viewer, again, enable or disable whether the viewers have the ability to rewind our video to watch not just what's happening live right now, but what has happened previously in the live stream. We can also enable or disable the ability to turn on auto-generated captions, and we can also allow viewers to message us or not too. Then down here under interactivity, we've got polls, questions, and graphics. So polls are the same as we had on mobile, where we can ask questions to poll our audience when we're live. And again, we can create these before we go live. But very similar to that, we've also got questions here as well. So we can have questions set up ready to go that we can tap on and they'll be presented for our audience. Now there's also graphics that you can add in here if you are going to be using an external encoder. But even then, I think the use case for that is very limited. And if you're using more professional live streaming software, which I'm going to take you through how to use very, very soon, then you're going to get far better results than adding graphics and things in here. The last thing I want to show you here before we hit the go live button is this dashboard page. This is generally where you want to leave it when you are live so that you can access all of your live stream functionality here. So we're going to do one last quick sanity check here, make sure that all our settings are the way that we want, that we're going live to the correct place, to the correct audience, and we're going to hit go live. We get a little countdown timer up the top here, and then we are live. So it says that we're live up here in the top corner. We can see that we've got big notifications here with a big end live button if you ever need to hit that panic button. But it's pretty easy to tell when you're live. It's going to be pretty hard for you to be going live accidentally. So while you're live, you're getting access here to the insights, your viewers, the comments, any shares, reactions, and clips that are happening in real time. You can also then see all of your polls and everything up here, and you can select on them to run them. You can also view the results from those polls here too. We can see our comments and interactions on our stream here on the side, and we can also respond and write to comments here too. If we need to make changes to our post details, we can do that here too. And again, we can make changes while we're live. Any alerts here or issues with your stream, then they will show up here. For those of you who like to geek out on the tech side of things, then we're getting some stream metrics in here around our video bit rates, the frame rates, the quality that we're actually pushing out. So it is awesome that you've got access to all of this on this dashboard area here too. So when you're done live streaming, all we need to do to stop the stream is click this button down the bottom left-hand corner, end live video. It's going to prompt, are you sure you want to end? Let's hit end. And then our live stream has finished. And this again is going to give us insights as to the number of viewers, reactions, comments, all of that stuff down here. But if we come back up the top here, we can view our post, our live stream. We can trim it down from here as well. So if we want to remove sections, maybe the start or trim off the end, we can do that here. We can also create a clip from our live stream too, or we could just delete it and go back to our newsfeed. Okay, so those are the tools that Facebook themselves give you for mobile and for desktop. But what about if you want to take things further and you want to create really professional looking streams? Then that's where you're going to need another app or another piece of software to help you do that. But that's where there's so many different options when it comes to live streaming software for iOS, for Android, for Mac, for PC. And we've got videos breaking down all of our top options linked down in the description below to help you. But probably my pick for best all-rounder that's going to work across all of those things is StreamYard. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how it works and how easy it is to create some amazing looking live streams. So whether you're on desktop or mobile, you want to head to StreamYard's website. You then want to go ahead and create an account or log in. From there, you're taken to your stream setup dashboard. So you can see we've got a few test streams and stuff in here. We then want to go ahead and hit create to create a new stream. Now, StreamYard is so much more than just live streaming software. You can see we've got the ability to just record video content in here too, but it's also a webinar platform now as well. So we're going to choose live stream. Then going to go ahead and choose whether we are going to produce an actual live stream or if we're going to live stream some pre-recorded video files. We're going to go live stream, so the studio. We then get to choose our destination or where we want to live stream to. So you can see I've got my Facebook profile here. I've got the Facebook page already added. We've also got the YouTube channel added here as well. So we're not just limited to going live on Facebook. You can actually go live to lots of different destinations, and you can even go live to multiple destinations at the same time. So to add your Facebook account here, we can hit the plus. We can then choose if it's a page, a group, or profile. That'll then prompt you to log in, and then your account is linked. So I'm gonna choose here my Facebook profile. I can then give our stream a title. So we can again go test stream. We then need to enter a description. So again, go test. You'd obviously want to give it a bit better description than this. We can then schedule whether we want our live stream to go live now or to schedule for a later day and time and create it as an event. Again, we don't need to go back to the Facebook page for this. We can do it all from within StreamYard. From there, we want to hit create broadcast. You then want to make sure that you are allowing access to your camera and to your microphone. So you should see a little pop-up for that. And then, hey, you can see me on the webcam there. We can enter a display name. You can see it's automatically generated a title card for us there too. We can then tweak our settings here for our cameras and microphones. So we can choose settings, we can pick our webcam, we can choose the camera quality here. We can mirror the camera if we need to. We can then set our audio, so we can choose our microphone, we can choose our speakers. We can also enable things like echo cancellation and the ability to automatically adjust your microphone. So already we're seeing we've got a lot more control and customization using tools like this over what Facebook gives you. We can come back up here to general. We can choose our broadcast resolution or quality. We've got access to virtual backgrounds and things down here as well. This one's not too bad. We've got recording options and stuff. We've got hotkeys and shortcut keys, all to help you streamline your live stream and make it a good experience while you're actually running it. But again, we've got a full tutorial on StreamYard, which we'll link down in the description box below. So once you have your settings and everything dialed in, we will then enter the studio. So this is the StreamYard studio area. This is where you're going to be running your live stream from. So first off, we can add our webcam in, or our video feed. So we've got this down the bottom here. We can hit add to stream, and then, hey, I'm on camera. Over on the side here, we can access all of our comments when we're live. We can actually just tap on them as well, and they're going to be featured live. So if this was a comment from one of our viewers, you can see it's now showing up here on the stream as well. To remove it, we can press on it again, and it's gone. We can easily create banners in here as well. So if you've got questions and things that you want to ask people, like Mac or PC, Android or iOS. So again, you can create these things and customize everything up before you're live, and you can just tap on them then to activate them to create a pretty awesome stream. We've also got things like ticker text here where you are scrolling text across the bottom. So I'm going to tap on these now to remove them, but we can also customize up the branding and everything in here as well. So we have the ability to pick our brand color. We can choose our theme. You can see that my name tag down the bottom here changes as we click through these different themes here. We can also choose if we want to have the names displayed or not with this toggle here. We've also got the ability to add logos, like this logo up the top here. If I don't want that on there, I can just select it and it's gone. We can also add graphic overlays and things in here as well. And we can even play back video clips too. So if you want to have a countdown timer, we can just select on that. It's going to start counting down. Likewise with the video intro. If you want to play an intro video file at the start of your live stream or even midway through, we can have that queued up here, ready to go. And we can just tap on it and it's going to stop playing. Now, if you want to know where you can create amazing graphics and animations and things to use in your live streams, Playset is an amazing tool for that. And it's actually where that graphic was created. Again, we've got links down in the description to help you with that stuff. Scrolling down, we can also customize up the background. There's background music and stuff in here as well. Now, one of my favorite features in StreamYard is how easy it is to switch between different layouts or scenes essentially while you're live. So let's go ahead now and come down to present here. And this is where we can add in slides. We can add in an extra camera. We can add in a video file. We can also add a screen share if you want to share your computer screen too. So let's choose screen share. Let's pick YouTube. And let's hit share. So we can see we've got YouTube added down the bottom here as a video source now. And we can just hit here, add to stream. And now we've got my computer screen, which is shared here as well. And we can then change up the layout here by clicking on these different scenes. So if we wanted to have me down the bottom here, then we can pick this one. If we have multiple presenters, multiple guests on here, then we can pick this next layout here. And all of our guests would show down the side here along with our main video source or our screen share here. We could go a 50-50 screen split. or we can even go back to me full screen when I'm talking, and then back to say this view if I'm explaining something here on YouTube. And all of this functionality and switching and stuff you can actually do while you're live. Now, while you could add in guests and friends into your live stream on Facebook desktop and even the mobile app, there's so much more functionality in terms of bringing in guests in here as well. So you just come down the bottom here to invite. This is going to generate a unique link that you can bring up to 10 people into your live stream at once. So the idea here is that you can send this link out, people can then click the join link, and then they will show up as a video source down the bottom here that you can then add into your stream. Now, for those of you who want to geek out even more and customize up some of these scenes to look the way that you want them, instead of just using these as presets, there is an edit layout button down here as well, where we can pick stuff up and move it around for that customization. So in terms of actually going live, we can come up to the top right-hand corner here, click this little drop down. We can verify that we have our Facebook profile or page selected here and that is ready to go live. We can then hit the go live button and we will be live. And then we can switch back over to the comments area here and we can see all of our comments coming through. Again, we can tap on them to feature them on the screen here. We can switch up our layouts to interact with people and change everything up. And then to stop the live stream, you just press the stop live stream button up here. So now that you know how to go live on Facebook like a pro, if you want to work out the best live streaming software for you, check out the videos linked on screen. And as always, check out the links in the description. We've got a bunch of other resources and tools down there to help you as well. I'll see you in the next one.